So my name is Pattie Epps. I am 46. I live in Austin, Texas, and I teach linguistics at the University of Texas at Austin.
What would you say to her?
That I really admire her very much, and that when I think about myself as a linguist and about my career, and I don't know which decision to take, sometimes I think, how would Pattie behave in that situation? And that serves as a guidance.
Oh, that's really sweet. Sebastian is a really friendly person. Whenever I see him, he's always smiling. He's always really welcoming. Just a really great, super person. Always been fun to see him and learn from him. He knows a lot about indigenous languages and about Brazil as well. That he's always he always seems so optimistic and cheerful and funny. I remember one time when smartphones were a new thing, he said they were becoming somewhat less new, and he said it used to be that you had phones and smartphones. Now you have smartphones and dumb phones. I first met Sebastian in Brazil, actually, in Belém, in Denny's house, and he was there with two Awiti guys who he was working with, and I remember we all went out and went to a restaurant, and at the time I was just beginning my work there, and I was very new, and I spoke terrible Portuguese, and I was really shy, and he just was really warm and just said, "Oh, come with us," and he really made an effort to spend some time talking to me, and made me feel really much more at home in Belém and much more kind of comfortable with being there, and I had a lot to say about the languages and about how to do linguistics and how to work with people who are speakers of the languages, and it was just really nice to hear all that and to be part of his circle there for a little while. Enjoying eating lots of different things and doing lots of different things and running around in the forest and writing papers in my spare time. What I would change, I think one thing that I would definitely want to change would be to make people really value the outdoors and the natural places more, and really work harder to protect and preserve them, and to value the knowledge of the indigenous people who live on them and have lived on them in the past, and who continue to be part of the world here and the country here. Well, I'm proud of the work that I do to be working with indigenous languages and indigenous communities in Brazil. I'm proud of my 3 children. Yeah, that's probably enough. Perhaps a biribá fruit, which in Brazil is, it grows in the Amazon. It's actually a fruit of a tree, but you can call it a vegetable, I suppose. And it's covered with funny little soft spikes all over it, and it's really sweet and nice inside. Somebody who will be a companion and will be, or can be a companion when it's possible for them, who will listen, and who shares some values, I think. Friends are very important, of course. It's always important to feel like you're not alone in the world, and that there are others that you can count on. So this is Lena Mickelson in Berkeley, California, and Lena is a really wonderful person. She is also a linguist. She teaches at the University of California at Berkeley, and she has also worked for a long time with indigenous languages, with the Karok people of California. She's originally from Denmark, and she's just a really lovely person. She's always really warm and cheerful. She's always interested in people. She is somebody that I felt like it was very easy to become friends with, that we shared a lot of things already, and because she's such a warm and open person, it was really easy to talk to her. So she's a really very, very special person. I think when we met each other, we were going through some similar things in our lives, and I don't know, just really hit it off well. Just had a kind of connection, and we were teaching in a institute in Chicago. So in the summer, and we were both there without our families, without our children. So we had a lot of chances to really talk and go swimming and do things together that might be harder to do in a day-to-day kind of context. My first memory, I think the first time I really talked to her, I was visiting at Berkeley, and we were sitting on a bench and just started to talk about our families and things, and it was a very nice conversation.